Hello guys and welcome to World of Wrestling. Today we're doing a review for one of the most weirdest pay-per-views I have ever seen. I'm speechless. I just don't know what to make of this show. I have no clue what to make of this show. It's just... what? I'm literally perplexed. It wasn't a good show, was it a bad show? Was it a good show? I wouldn't say not really. But was it a bad show? No. It was and some of the stuff in the show was just wacky and weird. I generally do not know what to make of this show. Let's start with the kickoff show. It was Kevin Owens versus Murphy in a nice little match. I'm gonna get my it on Wikipedia so I can see the time. But Kevin Owens did get the win. It was a nice little match. Ended with a stunner. Wasn't anything too crazy. It was just a nice little fun random match I confirmed for the kickoff show. Yeah, let me just find the time. Just because it wasn't that long. I think it was like less than 10 minutes. I think it was just like less than 10 minutes. Yeah, it was 8 minutes and 55 seconds. So a nice little fun match. It wasn't anything special, but yeah. Next up, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro defeated the New Day to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in the tables match. The match was 10 minutes and 25 seconds. It was a nice little fun match. I quite liked the ending. Powerbomb through two tables. Yeah, it was quite a fun match. New champions. That's good. They freshen up the division. All that stuff. I don't have a problem with it. It was fun. It was a decent little opener for the show. So yeah. So next we had Oscar, Alexa Bliss, and Kairi Sane hyping up Nikki Cross. Okay. Then she went out for a match against Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It was a nice, decent little match. It ended when Sasha Banks gave, you know, those weird things she's got on her fingers that say boss. She gave her that, which is basically like a fancy brass knuckle. She gave Bayley that while the ref was looking distracted. The ref, Bayley punched her in Nikki Cross in the stomach, hit her finisher, and retained her championship. It was fine. It was a fun little match. That's all I really have to say, hopefully. But they still do Bayley versus Sasha. I generally do not know what to make of the show and what's to come. But anyway, so... yeah, next up there was a Firefly Funhouse edition where Ray Wyatt, the Kid Show host, was pretending to be spooky, and he's like, I'm going to show you the most gruesome, most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your life. And they showed a bit of the karaoke showdown. That made me funny because that was awful. But yeah, that's all it was. Just kind of building to that match. MVP came out because for some reason they say Apollo Crews is injured. Definitely not because of the pandemic, and he might have gone it because about 24 employees got the virus and wrestlers aren't allowed to say if they've got the virus. I think yeah, that it's definitely not because of that. So MVP came out and was like, I'm the official champion. Give me the title. Yeah. And he's not the official champion, but they're like, but if he's out of injured, would then that make him the champ? Like, they just need to, like, this is the show of, are they champions, basically. So, yeah, it was just weird. MVP walked out of US show. I like MVP, but he should be more of a manager, not a wrestler, really. So, yeah, I wasn't really keen on that. Next up, Rey Mysterio loses an eye. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make for this. Seth Rollins won. It was a decent, considering they actually made this a quite a little decent Extreme Rules match. Well, kind of Extreme Rules match in this life and I. They made it quite extreme, pretty decent. It ended with the way it was so weird, like it covered his eye, you could see a little bit of an eye, but it's probably just a little set fake eye, but you saw a little bit when he was covering his eye. Ray lost the match, but then they did a backstage thing saying, well, if you do the nerves, and if you get the nerves and you put nerve system or whatever, and you put it back in there, so he'll be able to see. So this match was pretty much worthless. It was quite brutal though, this match. Some of the spots to the eye were actually pretty brutal. But this was very kind of weird. It was a decent little match, but it wasn't anything special. Excellent. I put for my notes, Sasha Banks wins Raw Women's title, ? Because it was such a weird match. The match itself was really good. Maybe even if it weren't for the finish, I'd probably say it was the match of the night. But because of the finish, it doesn't get that award. It was 20 minutes. Asuka had Kairi in her corner. Bayley had and Sasha Banks had Bayley in her corner, and there was so much stuff happening. I could just really get to the end. Asuka tried to hit the green mist onto to the referee. Sasha Banks got away. Asuka accidentally hit the referee with green mist when she was trying to hit Sasha Banks with the green mist. For some reason, Kairi Sane was down. I can't remember how. That's just how crazy that part of the match was. But the match itself was really good. Then she Bayley came in, attacked Asuka, took the shirt off the referee, put it on her. Sasha Banks covered Asuka for the 1, 2, 3. The match was 20 minutes. If it wasn't for that finish, I'd give it a match of the night. But because of that, I can't give it a match of that. I generally do not know what to make of it. Who's the champ? She just walked off with the championship. The announcer didn't say she was the official champion, but she was forced to win the belt. She walked out with the championship. Her music was playing. And WWE.com has still labelled Asuka as the official champion, and this has gone to a non-finish. It was just it was a terrible way to end what would otherwise a really good match. Next up, Drew McIntyre defeated Dolph Ziggler in an Extreme Rules match, but it was only an Extreme Rules match for Dolph Ziggler. And the only way, and if Drew McIntyre was counted out disqualified, he would also lose the title, so the only way he could win was by pinfall submission. Considering all that, it was a quite fun little match. It was 15 minutes and 25 seconds. Match of the night, in my opinion. It would have been the Women's title match, but the ending. It's a decent little match. Drew McIntyre won. That's kind of all it needed to be. Next up, Bray Wyatt defeated Braun Strowman in a swamp fight with a non-applicable time. I'm conflicted on this swamp fight. I didn't hate it. It was fine-ish. I guess it was quite interesting. But some of it just made no sense. Like there was a part where looked like Sister Abigail was given a snake to bite Braun Strowman. There was a part where Braun Strowman chucked someone into the fire. There was part when we saw Sister Abigail, she took the hood. There was an Alexa Bliss because of their relationship mixed match challenge, which made no sense. And thinking about it just makes me go nuts. Yeah. The match ended when Braun Strowman put Bray Wyatt in a boat, and the boat went away, the boat came back there. She wasn't in the boat, he was from behind, came in the boat, chucked him in the ocean again. He didn't come out and see. Braun Strowman was like, it's over. And White, and even the little All Whites Reserve thing. There's a really annoying sign on that side now. I'm gonna wait for it to stop. Okay, anyway, I'll just have to talk through it. So anyway, right when we thought it was all over, Bray Wyatt came in, chucked him in the ocean, the Fiend came out, and he faded black and he shouted, "Let me in." It was a mess. I don't know what to make of that. Some of it was quite funny, some of it was weird. I'm just not into this old Bray Wyatt character. I really like the part when they try and link it to the actual Bray Wyatt, like the stuff with the Fiend, and when they had a little flashback to the Firefly Funhouse, him being a cheerleader, that kind of stuff I really liked. But yeah, But apart from that, yeah, I'm just not into Bray Wyatt's old character. He talks for like, there was this literally a part where he talked for 10 minutes without ever actually saying anything. He talks too much, this cat, and never actually says anything. I didn't hate this part. I generally do not know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this show. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I don't know what to give it, like a 5 out of 10, but this is such a hard show to rank. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I give it maybe a 5 out of 10 because that's in the middle. So yeah, that's my review. Let me know what you thought of this weird show. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Turn notifications on so you never miss a video, and I see you all in the next one. Bye guys.